There's one powerful, unshakable truth. You'll never fear failure again if you truly grasp it. Your mind is the master key to your success. With a positive mental attitude, no failure is ever final. You might face temporary defeat, losing money, a relationship, a position, or a deal. But if you hold on to your mental attitude, if you don't surrender the one thing that governs all things, you are never truly beaten. Success is always just one decision beyond defeat. Failure, no matter how painful or public, contains the seed of an equal or greater benefit, if you keep your mind fixed on growth, not grief. Every person experiences setbacks. What separates champions from casualties is their response. Do you curse it or learn from it? Does it define you or fuel your rise? What happens to you isn't the determining factor. What happens within you decides everything. A person with a clear head, strong spirit, and disciplined mind cannot be destroyed. I've studied countless great individuals across all fields, empire builders, industry inventors, nation shapers. Not one was spared from defeat, but none stayed defeated because their minds were fixed on this truth. Failure is a signal, not a sentence. It's a redirection, not a rejection. When met with a positive mental attitude, it becomes your ally, not your enemy. To anyone who's recently or repeatedly failed, instead of asking why me, ask what now? Why me is a victim's cry. What now is a victor's decision. Don't curse the ground when you trip. Instead, study it, learn its pattern, train your step, and walk again with deeper understanding. A positive mental attitude doesn't deny pain, it uses it. You don't ignore what went wrong, you analyze it. Take inventory. What did this teach me about myself, my strategy, my preparation, my beliefs? What adjustments do I need to make? What weaknesses has it revealed? Failure won't lie to you. It'll show you the truth if you are brave enough to look. The person who faces that truth without bitterness becomes unbreakable. See failure for what it is, a tool, a test, a teacher. Life is a lifelong classroom, and the most valuable lessons often come in the hardest chapters. That's the prize. But the return, wisdom, strength, confidence, is worth tenfold what you lost. If you ignore the lesson, you pay the price repeatedly. But if you extract it, you move with vision, not because you haven't failed, but because you know what to do with it. When your mental attitude is fixed on growth, nothing is wasted, not the pain, the loss, or the setback. You start seeing clearly that everything serves you, even what once seemed destructive. Reframe your experiences. Instead of I failed, say, I've discovered what doesn't work, and now I'm one step closer to what does. This isn't delusion, it's discipline. Building a resilient mindset. How do you build this attitude in the face of defeat? Choose your thoughts with precision. Don't let fear, doubt, or self-pity take root. Uproot them immediately and replace them with courage, clarity, and confidence. Tell yourself, repeatedly, this is temporary. I am still in command. I am not what happened to me. I am what I decide to do next. Act before you feel ready. Don't wait for confidence or clarity. Action rebuilds confidence. Movement regenerates clarity. Take one small step, even if fear is present. Move while the memory of defeat is fresh. This trains your mind not to freeze. Postpone action, and failure hardens into identity. Break the cycle. Move now. Walk on with reflection, refinement, and resolve. Don't repeat the same mistakes. Evaluate. What belief caused this? What blind spot did I ignore? What warning did I dismiss? What can I do better next time? And when will I start? Asking these questions means you are mining failure for insights, not just enduring it. Treat failure like a prospector treats rock. Don't resent it, be interested. The dull rubble might contain gold, but only if you dig. Most people give up after one hard blow. The successful dig deeper. They're not attached to what it looked like but committed to what it could become. That's the difference between the weak and the worthy. Guarding against fatigue and quitting. Failure often precedes breakthrough. Many are defeated just inches from victory because they lack perspective. One more day, one more adjustment, one more conversation could lead to success. The enemy of success isn't failure, it's fatigue, which, unchecked, leads to quitting. How do you guard against it? Feed your mind. Nourish it with the right thoughts, high vision, written goals, spoken affirmations, and daily discipline. Don't coast or merely hope. Program your mind with intention, like a machine, until strength, not softness, is your default. You'll then look at adversity and smile, not because it doesn't hurt, but because you understand what it's trying to give you. The person who refuses to be offended by failure becomes unstoppable. Failure isn't personal, it's structural, environmental, strategic, solvable, and always temporary. Don't let a temporary failure become a permanent identity. You are not your past, your mistake, or the person who fell. You are the person who chooses to rise. 5 disciplines to master failure. To consistently turn every failure into a win, practice these 5 battle-tested disciplines. Pause and reflect with precision. Understand the type of failure: mechanical, emotional, spiritual, strategic. Reflect to refine, not regret. Guard the gate of your mind. Refuse toxic thoughts like regret and shame. Replace them with empowering truths through repetition. Act before you feel ready. Take immediate, even small, steps. Action rebuilds confidence and prevents failure from becoming a permanent identity. Build a recovery system. Don't rely solely on willpower. Create routines, study daily, affirm, and surround yourself with uplifting influences. Use failure as a filter, not a fate. It means you've discovered a wrong turn, not that you're off the path. Adjust, reroute, reframe. Use it as feedback, not a personal definition. There's no such thing as permanent loss, only unclaimed wisdom. This wisdom transforms scars into symbols of power. When you realize this, your relationship with failure changes forever. You stop fearing it and start expecting it, not welcoming defeat, but understanding it as your next instructor, a sign that you are stretching, trying, and building something too big for a first attempt. Don't envy the person who's never failed. Pity them, for they've never truly grown, been tested, or tasted the fire that refines greatness. They'll crumble when the storm comes. But you, who has failed and kept rising, are becoming unbreakable. You are building fortitude, which will carry you further than charm, talent, or luck. Final truth: as long as you maintain a positive mental attitude and hold fast to faith, motion, and belief in your potential, no failure can destroy you. Failure may visit, but it cannot live in the house of someone who refuses defeat. Defeat may strike, but it cannot linger where desire still burns. Loss may arrive, but it cannot dominate a mind filled with hope, purpose, and persistent action. Don't surrender your mind, your attitude, or your spirit. The winner isn't the one who avoids the fall, it's the one who builds wings on the way down. So rise. Rise from the failure, the fear, and the false idea that your past defines you. It doesn't. Your attitude does. And with a positive mental attitude, all things, even failure, serve your success.